Hey, what is going on, my brotherhood? Welcome to another studio. Well, this is actually the first of my studio series Transformers action figure toy reviews here on Moch Creations YouTube and cosplay content. If you're excited, I hope you are. Make sure you hit on onto that like button, and if you're new, hit that subscribe, hit the little bell so you always know when some Moch Creations YouTube and cosplay content is coming your way. Today we are reviewing the studio series number 6 movie Starscream, and I believe this is from the first Transformers movie. This figure, I am not a huge Starscream fan. I'm going to come out right there, right now and say it. Not a big fan of Starscream. But this figure looks just amazing. So I was very happy to see that. I was very happy to take a look at the figure itself and really enjoy it for what it is. And even though it's a Starscream figure, I had a lot of fun transforming it. I had a lot of fun playing around with it. Just overall, I think it's a really great figure. I really do enjoy it. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure, and then we'll take a look at the transformation sequence, and we'll get into its accessories and everything. But first, let's take a look at that one accessory, then we'll take a closer look, then we'll transform it. Alright. Alright, so for the one accessory we got with the Studio Series number 6 Starscream, we've got this, well, from what I remember in the first movie, it's a missile projector, so these three right here up top. Let me get my lights up here real quick, guys. Those three brass-looking objects right there are missiles, and the three on the bottom are missiles, and then he's got, like, this sword claw-looking thing. Now, in his alt mode, what you can do is there's a couple places that you can put it. The place that you're supposedly supposed to put it is on the bottom down here. And you just kind of port it in right there. So it looks like it's kind of like part of his, jet engine kind of thing, I would actually like to try to get my hands on another one without possibly having to buy another Starscream, just because I don't want to have, I don't need two in my collection. But I like to put it on the side there and get another one for the other side, which I think is cool. But so yeah, we'll go ahead and take a closer look at the figure itself in its alt mode, and then we'll go ahead and do the transformation. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at Starscream here. I don't know if I should just move the camera around or if I should just actually take him off the... I'm going to take him off the stand. Take them off the stand. So by the way, if you have one of these stands, you can just port them down here and any one of the two holes right there. You could get multiple stands, and port them on the sides there, but one stand works just fine. So let's go ahead and look at the gosh, I'm repeating myself. Look at the let's go ahead and look at the bottom so you guys can see. They do a pretty good job of tucking everything away. Like right here are his arms. I'm pretty sure those are his arms. But they do a pretty good job of tucking everything away so it doesn't look like, you can really hide that look from his transformation stuff. So he looks really good in his alt mode. They did a good job of tucking everything away, getting it out of the way so that he looks like a fighter jet. But he's got this really cool canopy right here. There's no little person in there, but I thought that would be really cool if they would have put a little person in there. But that's just like the most minor of gripes, Bring my camera in here a little closer. He's got the United States Air Force symbol right there, along with the Decepticon symbol on the other side, which I thought was really dope. I'm going to bring my light in here so it shines a little bit better. The flaps do flap down, they flap up, so that's really cool. He does have landing gear, so let me go ahead and pop those out real quick. So, and the front ones down here, you have to, right there, so, and there's that. I'll go ahead and put it down, I'll move the camera so you guys can see it. So there's him down on his landing gear. And as I said, they did a great job of hiding that stuff. So it really looks like it's a fighter jet that, that just transforms. So all in all, a really good figure. I think it's a really good figure. Let's go ahead and measure him out while I got him like this. So I'll bring my camera down here real quick. So if we measure out his how long he is in his alt mode, he measures out at just about 8 inches. And for height, he measures out 1.5 inches, maybe up to one of his tail fins. It's just under 3. So let's go ahead and transform him into his bot mode, and then we'll take a closer look there. Alright, for the transformation sequence, first of all, of course, you want to put the wheels down. Put those all down, get them out of the way. You want to lift up here. Okay, try to get this part up here. And lift up on the other side here. It's very stiff. There we go. And trying to get this part right here. There we go. Now that that's lifted up, bring these in. And what I like to do is I like to bring that part down, bring his arms out, and just get them out of the way. There are little ports in here, so you kind of have to pull really hard, because this piece right here, let me try to get the camera in there, try to get the light in there. That piece right there is ported in there in the back. So you really have to pull this part. Don't be afraid to pull it a little bit, you know. There we go.
That is pretty tight, isn't it?
So there's one arm out. We got one arm out. Do the same thing, pull it out. They did a good job of making sure that, you know, things are tight, so they won't just fall out. So there's that. Now, the next thing we want to do is get these pieces up and out of the way so we can start working on the legs. So, and this is the part that always kind of sucks. So, one of the next things you can do, just to try to get it done and out of the way, is, there we go. There's Starscream's head right there. So there's that. And man, I am already screwing this up. One moment, guys. I'm going to pause it and we'll start back up. Okay, so I remembered it now. You have to kick the leg out right here. So it was in the side right there. So you just kick the leg out. Kick this leg out. Come on, leg, kick out. There we go. Let's go ahead and get Starscream back right there. There's that finally. And you want to turn this around. So that's there. And then turn this around. Okay, so there's, but now, if you guys didn't see it, the legs turn in like that. You want to turn them out like this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure the landing gear, because it does make part of his foot. So now you have the toes down there, and the landing gear is his heel. Do the same thing on this side. Toes, landing gear is the heel. Okay, and now you want to do it for the back is bring this part down. Oh no, I'm sorry, it goes up like this. It goes up and up. But this part right here, this is the part that I'm talking about that gets really hard. I feel like I'm screwing this up, guys. Alright, let me go ahead and take a closer look and then I'll get back on camera. Alright, guys, so I finally remembered how to do this because I played with this a lot, you know, trying to get it so I would have it down to a memory, but, you know, well, there's so many parts of the transformation, you know, and you do so many of these things, it does get kind of sketchy. But this part right here, it's originally like that in wing mode. You want to pop this down. This part does pop off a lot. So if it does, you just gotta get it back in there just like that. Pop it down, and it's supposed to go right there. You see that little tab right there? It tabs in right there. So once you have that tabbed, that's how it's supposed to look right there. Same thing on this side. You want to bring that out, bring it up, tab it in, And how you'll know this, how this is right now, if you turn it around, these ports right here port into the back right there. So once those are ported in, there we go. Let's go ahead and get his hands out like that. Get his other hand out like that. Now his hands do pull out just like that, so they extend. And there we have Starscream in his bot mode. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at him in his bot mode, and we'll take a closer look with him in his accessory in his bot mode. Alright, so here's our Starscream in his transform state. Real quick, I do want to go ahead and just measure him out real quick to get that out of the way. He does stand at just about 7 inches to the top of his wings. And to show off what his accessory looks like when it's ported into his arm, there are 2 ways that you could port this. So first of all, you could port it up here and just have it on the side like that, but that is not what he did in the movie. That is not movie accurate. So what you want to do now, I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your toy, you know, but I'm just saying that's not movie accurate if you want to do what's movie accurate. You take his hand right here. You see that port right there? And right here, you bring this down, you close it right there, and you port that in there just like that. And then you take a 2-hand like that, port it in there. Ah, crap, it came out right when I did that. Port it back in, and now you have his missile launchers the way it's supposed to be, just like in the movie. Of course, you know, you do whatever you want, but, you know, it's just based off what you want to do, but that's how it looks in the movie. He transforms his hand, and his missile launchers come out, and he shoots it just like that. I believe it's the scene at the dam in the first one, actually, that he does that. So, but let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation on this Starscream, and then we'll go ahead and do a last look. Alright, so for the articulation on this guy, he's not going to look up, and he's not going to look down. There's just no way. You can turn his head side to side, though, which is nice. And his arms, there is a shoulder joint that you could use here, but it's mainly for transformation. So all his arms really do is move 360. There is a bicep joint right there. And there is a wrist joint that will hinge in and hinge out. And it does turn, so there is that. There is absolutely no waist articulation. There is nowhere for his waist to turn. He can kick forward pretty high, actually. But obviously that looks kind of weird with his legs being the way they are. They're kind of like chicken legs. They do kick back pretty far too, though. He doesn't have a upper thigh cut at all, and he's got those weird chicken knees like that, so there's not really much going on there. He has toe articulation down here, but again, there is not much going on when it comes to articulation on this guy. But again, I'm okay with sacrificing the articulation on that, just because he's a really good transformation sequence, even though I forgot part of it. But all in all, I think he's a great figure. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at him in his transform state. So I think he looks really good. Get my lights up here real quick. Actually bring this back a little bit and just bring my camera up closer. A lot of good color in here. There's a lot of bluish grays going on in here. I would have liked some more silver, though. Some like gunmetal gray maybe, or silver like that. Especially on his head here, because his head's just really like a grayish blob with little red blobs in there. But I do like the bluish gray that we're getting throughout the body right here. Right? You can see a lot of that bluish gray here in the wings. But he does look really impressive as a figure. There's more of that bluish gray right there. Everything came out pretty good. I like the gold right here. It looks really good. The engines, you know, these parts right here that I was having problems with in the transformation sequence. Everything came out pretty good. I like that the cockpit's right here. It's kind of weird, but you know, I don't know. For some reason, I like it. The legs look really good. I like the toes. He does stand really well. I can usually just plop him down and he stands. So he's got really good balance right there. The arms look really good. I'm really impressed with the arms. You can do all kinds of funny things with them because they're weird chicken arms, I guess. I don't know what else to call them. You can play them straight out just like that. You can bend them weird ways. So they did a good job on the arms. I like the arms. The back, this backpack is not a big deal to me. It's a very good backpack. If you guys are Transformers fans, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of times in bot mode, a lot of that extra gunk gets backed up into the back of the Transformer, so he looks really bad. This actually looks really good. In fact, I think it would also be cool if he kept his wings down like this a little bit, even further. But you can't because of these wings being like ported right here. See, that just got out. So, but let me fix that real quick. I think it would be cool if we could keep the wings down, but just to kind of make it look like he's flying more. But all in all, good looking figure, good transformation. Since I already did the articulation and everything and took a closer look at the character, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up the video real quick. All in all, it's a really good figure. I love the Studio series, don't get me wrong. But the Siege War for Cybertron series is definitely more my favorite than the Studio series. So, all in all, it's a great figure. Because of the limited amount of articulation and the accessory being kind of boring nonetheless compared to like if you guys watch my Ironhide Siege War for Cybertron video, this accessory is boring. I mean, it's a good accessory, but he could have had more. He could have had a little guy in the cockpit. He could have had some other things. All in all, I'm going to give this a rating of 5 Dragon Balls, only because of the articulation. There's none in the waist at all, which I don't know how they could fix that, but I'm sure there's something they can do. This is why those guys get paid a lot of money. And for the accessory, I think we could have gotten 2 of these, and that would have been... If we would have had 2 of these accessories, I'd stop complaining right now. I'd stop complaining right now. But, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys think about the Studio Series Starscream. I happen to like this figure a lot, and I'm not even a Starscream fan, so that will speak volumes, I think, on my end.
Yeah,
but I would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys are new to this channel and you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that little subscribe button and hit that little bell so you always know when some Mock Creations YouTube and cosplay content is coming your way. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Tell me why. I want to know why you didn't like the video. I'd love to hear your guys' constructive criticism, but please make sure it's constructive. I would prefer that over, you suck. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video, and I'm going to go ahead and, like Megatron always says, Decepticons, transform and rise! I'm going to rise on out of here. I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Wait, I still function.
Wanna bet?